The CBA, Matt Maloney, who's in the starting lineup for the West. That boasts three members of the Lakers, Sharif Abdul-Rahim of Vancouver, and then we have Kobe Bryant, Travis Knight, and Derek Fisher, all from the Lakers, and Matt Maloney from Houston. For the Eastern team, it'll be Antoine Walker and Marcus Camby up front, Eric Dampier from Indiana, the center, Kerry Kittles, and Allen Iverson in the backcourt. Now, here are the rules for this Schick rookie game. There are two 15-minute halves. Personal fouls are counted, but no player can foul out. There are only 8 men on the squad, so they get a chance to show what they can do. And if there is a tie at the end of the game, the first team to 3 points wins the game. And as Hubie mentioned, we have had close games throughout this rookie contest. Last year, Rasheed Wallace hit a jumper, and then Joe Smith missed a three-pointer as time ran out. And the East won, Hubie, 94-92 in a thriller.
They've been very good. Majority of the time, we get unselfish play. The thing that you're looking for here from a coaching standpoint is you just want the guys to play hard, give the ball up when the guy has an open shot.
The officials working this rookie game, Nolan Fine, Bill Spooner, and Michael Smith, as we take a look at 79-year-old Red Auerbach, who led the Celtics to 9 NBA championships, 8 in a row. And Red Holtzman, who led the Knicks to 2 memorable titles in the 70s and played on an NBA championship team with the Rochester Royals way back in 1951.
When I was in college at Niagara, the following fall, we played 5 exhibition games against the Rochester Royals.
That must have been a thrill.
Oh, come on. It's Bobby Davies and Red Holzman.
Bobby Wanzer
and Arnie Rison, who was here last night. It was just a thrill. You're absolutely right.
Allen Iverson trying to save it to Kerry Kittles. Teams are wearing their own uniforms. The East in the home white. We're playing in Cleveland, and the West in the darker uniforms.
Iverson has 23 points a game. He's had 7 assists, but he's right at the top of the league in turnovers. And you can see right there, that pass, he tried to thread a needle, and the inside guy never got a chance to see it.
Here's Kobe Bryant, who about a week ago became the youngest player ever to start an NBA game. 18 years and 5 months against Dallas, and he is a wonder. Kobe Bryant playing under the pressure of playing with a contender.
Well, you know, when they gave him a starting chance, he averaged 15 points. So, you know, he was doing a bang-up job. He's a three-point guy, and they also love to post him up.
Kobe Bryant, of course, his dad, Jelly Bean Bryant, played in the NBA. 13th pick from Charlotte, traded to the Lakers. His rights were for Vlade Divac. So on the turnover, it'll be the West ball, coached by Red Holtzman. And here is Derek Fisher, who was the backup point guard before Kobe Bryant actually took over that job for the Lakers. And Bryant went up, had it stripped away, out of bounds. Last touch by the West. Kobe Bryant, who was 21 points twice. Those his season's high thus far. Antoine Walker tries to get into Camby, who converts.
Well, Camby's had a difficult time in the first half of the year with numerous injuries, but anytime that he has the minutes, he gets it done.
Travis Knight is fouled going in. Interesting story with Travis Knight, who was the 29th pick in the draft by the Chicago Bulls, who renounced his rights. And the Lakers picked him up, and he has played more and more, nearly 15 minutes thus far.
No, you like his effort. He's an excellent offensive board man. He's a good defender. You know, his last 2 years, he averaged 9 rebounds a game at the University of Connecticut. And he has been a pleasant surprise for the Lakers. You love his attitude, Dick.
Eric Dampier committing the foul, and Travis Knight, who has not been a good free throw shooter, hits them both. He has been 54% from the line.
Well, are you his shooting coach? Because I know you had that last one just for the excitement, right?
Remind you about Don Nelson's winning basket.
That's right. Very good.
Against the Lakers,
That's right.
You think
to win the championship.
You don't think we don't look at that film a few times? Here is Camby on a pick and roll to Dampier, loses the ball to Kobe Bryant. And here's his pass to Matt Maloney, and Maloney threw it right in the hands of Antoine Walker. Players who are playing for teams that are not winning get the most playing time, and this is back down the other way. Series of turnovers, and Derek Fisher, the rookie from Arkansas Little Rock, who was the 24th pick, gets the layup to make it 6-2 in favor of the West.
Remember we told you, they just met yesterday. They worked out for less than an hour. And as you can see, we said, let's not have any turnovers. We only had about 13 so far.
And they're giving hard fouls, UB, in this rookie game as Kerry Kittles has hit going in. So we've already had 7 turnovers in the game, and Kittles will shoot 2.
Now you're going to see Matt Maloney just dish off here to Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher has really made an excellent contribution in the backup point guard role behind Nick Van Exel with the Lakers. He's participated in 44 of the 46 games.
3 rookies on a contending team. Right now, the Lakers, the #1 record in the Western Conference, so that says a lot for their maturity.
Yeah, well, you know, the Lakers really like Fisher. He was the Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year, and he played at Arkansas Little Rock.
Kobe Bryant from downtown. Kobe Bryant hits a 3, so Bryant now has 5 points of the 9 for the West, who moved out to a 7-point lead. Kittles missed both free throws at the other end. Here's Allen Iverson feeding Camby, and Camby scores. The top 2 draft picks last year, Iverson #1 and Camby, the College Player of the Year, right behind.
I like what I saw right there. Iverson came off, took it right into the lane. He could have forced the shot. Instead, dropped it off.
Here is Raheem, has it stripped away by Allen Iverson. He may be feisty and may be outspoken, but he's spectacular. And he's one to watch. Pass inside to Dampier, who slams it through. Eric Dampier, and I'll tell you, one guy's got to admire that is Wilt. Maloney goes in, has it deflected out of bounds by Kittles. It is still West ball.
Well, Eric Dampier was the 10th pick in the draft by the Indiana Pacers out of Mississippi State, and he stepped in for Rick Smits, who missed quite a few games in the early part of the season. Dampier, they love his talent. Size, long arms, good rebounder, shot blocker.
Here's Maloney firing a 3 and missing. Dampier battling Knight for the loose ball, and it's kept in bounds. Abdur Rahim misses from long range. But you're right about Dampier, who started 21 games, and of course getting to the Final Four last year with Mississippi State didn't hurt either. And a whistle and a foul as Iverson was fouled trying to beat Derek Fisher off the dribble, and Fisher picking up his first.
When you look at Allen Iverson, you realize that there is no one player who's going to stop him defensively. He is so clever with the basketball. His first step is an explosive step, so he can get a shot anytime that he really wants. He can force up a shot.
That says a lot, and he's not a bad playmaker either. Knight with a great feed from Maloney, could not finish the job, but he's fouled. And Travis Knight will go to the line. Talk about Houston Rockets waiting to get back. There was Clyde Drexler.
Now, right out of the CBA, Matt Maloney. This is a nice feed off. What I like about Maloney's doing tonight, he's distributing the basketball. And then once again, we tell you, another factor with Travis Knight, he's 7 foot, but he runs the lanes, Dick.
And there are 2 members of the University of Connecticut Huskies. Ray Allen and Travis Knight in this game, and over the top.
You're right. He came out of the mezzanine.
Yeah.
Over the top.
Literally over the top.
That's right.
For the East Squad, from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Basket interference.
Keep an eye to your left. There's Kobe coming. Now, naturally, it's basketball interference because he held on to the rim with that left hand.
So Vitaly Potapko comes into the game, the favorite of the Cleveland fans. Potapko from Wright State, and the jumper, and it doesn't take long for him to get the cheers of his hometown.
Well, I tell you, Dick, he has great hands. He's excellent face in the basket, and he has a low post game with his back to the basket.
Maloney over to Abdur Rahim. And look at Kobe Bryant coming out of nowhere and nearly tapped one in. Here's Iverson, 2-on-1 with Kerry Kittles. A couple of former Big East players couldn't convert, and Maloney has Fisher and Bryant with a reverse jam. Kobe Bryant now with 7 points in the game. And the score is 12-8 in favor of the West with 10:33 remaining in the first half. 15-minute halves. Iverson beats his man off the dribble, and he made it look easy.
You're absolutely right. I mean, he just blew by Fisher. Okay.
And the leading scorer on his team, he doesn't just shoot, although he'll take the shots, averaging 7 assists as well. Kittles on a nice steal gets the ball back, and Potapko can't convert out of bounds. And now we're going to go to the bench.
Well, anytime that you watch All-Star games, you know the game is played in peaks and valleys. Plus, there are an awful lot of turnovers. Players like to open up, try to do fancy things. This is an unselfish play. Now here comes Bryant with a reverse.
7 points for Kobe Bryant. Ray Allen of the Milwaukee Bucks has come in the game along with John Wallace, who plays with the New York Knicks. And Wallace will inbound. Camby will inbound the ball. And into the game now, Lorenzen Wright, who replaced Samaki Walker of the Dallas Mavericks. Wright, who was the 7th pick in the draft from the LA Clippers, will be coming in, and a timeout has been called. Each team can call one timeout in the first half. Well, time to bring you up to date on what we have coming up on the NBA on Turner next week. Tuesday on TNT at 8 o'clock. The Detroit Pistons, red hot with the sensational Grant Hill against Miami. That'll be a great matchup. Wednesday on TBS at 8 o'clock, the Orlando Magic, who have come back strong after a slump earlier in the year against the Detroit Pistons. And Friday night, UB will be at Atlanta on TNT at 8 o'clock when the Chicago Bulls go against the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks beat the Bulls earlier this year at the Omni. And tomorrow, of course, on NBC, the NBA All-Star Game beginning at 6 o'clock Eastern.
It's been a great experience, Dick, being in a hotel where the top 50 players, over the period of time of the NBA are staying. And it's really nice. You see Moses Malone here, and Lenny Wilkins was in the previous picture. And Dr. J, you can see the faces here. And then we have Clyde Drexler in your screen. And we know that Clyde had to step out because of a hamstring injury. There's Kevin McHale doing a great job as a general manager. And who's that guy with that green jacket?
Right in the middle. Look at Magic, Jordan, and Bird all right in the middle. And you know what was even amazing? They have this 50th anniversary book with the color photos of all the players. Every one of these players getting autographs of the other 50 members like a 6-year-old kid would.
Well, yeah, it's a great time to step back, reflect on the history of the league, because they're the ones that have put the game into the status that it is today. And there's a young fellow right there with a few rings in his in his drawer, John Havlicek.
They're all here, and they're all going to witness NBA Saturday night. Marcus Camby with a high arcing jump shot, and Lorenzen Wright in the game taps it over to Bryant. 2-point lead for the West with under 10 minutes to go. Kobe Bryant with a reverse layup. Looks like he wants to try to nail down the MVP award in this first half.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Dick, that every time he gets the ball, he's looking at the rim.
Allen Iverson controlling the ball, working against Fisher. He's beaten him off the dribble several times already. Trying to do it again, but this time Roy Rogers in the game, takes it out of his hands, and the feed to Bryant a little behind him. As Hubie mentioned, these guys just got to know each other, but talk about a guy who can pass behind his back as well as anyone even today, the Coos.
Well, I liked when the TNT and the NBA did the film for 2 hours for television. Bob Cousy saying, back in the old days, I was going behind my back and through my legs, and today every kid in the 12 years of age is doing it in the local playground.
But he was the first. Give him credit.
That's right.
Steve Nash has come into the game, the rookie from the Phoenix Suns. And Otapiko committing the foul, and Maloney will inbound. So Roy Rogers, Lorenzen Wright, Nash, Maloney, and Iverson very nearly with the steal. And missing outside is Bryant.
Wow. Tough fall.
Lorenzen Wright has his shot blocked away by Camby, and it is still West ball.
Now you're going to see on this loose ball. Now let's just watch right in the middle of your picture, off the hip. Now that's Nash out of Santa Clara, who's playing with Phoenix.
Iverson all over Maloney, and here is Lorenzen Wright. And good defense that time by Otapiko, and loose ball. Here is Bryant, and fouled by Camby underneath. He wasn't going to let Kobe get the easy layup there.
Well, Kobe Bryant is showing us an awful lot of energy, but I also think that he should, try to play with the other four guys that are on the floor right now. Okay. The game will come to you when you play in these kind of games also.
He's already taken 6 shots.
East
A
ball.
little under 9 minutes, so it's another turnover.
Antoine Walker, number 8, returning
And,
for the East.
Canby's going to go out, and Antoine Walker comes back in, who played with the national champion Kentucky Wildcats. And Walker playing 32 minutes, as you might expect, starting 31 games for a team that's really having its problems, the Boston Celtics. Ray Allen with a fall away, banks it in against 2 defenders.
Ray's having an outstanding year for a rookie playing the 2-guard position for the Milwaukee Bucks in that starting lineup.
Tied at 12, nearly 8.5 minutes remaining.
Matt Maloney.
And Matt Maloney hits the jump shot. There's an Iverson fan. Too early to get the autograph, sweetie. Wait till the end of the game. Iverson controlling now, guarded by Nash. Wallace working against Kobe Bryant. And Iverson crashing the boards, and Antoine Walker on the follow tips it in.
Antoine Walker's looking at this game as a night off. You know, this is like playing in the park. Because then when you have to line up night in and night out as the starting center for the Boston Celtics, give away inches and maybe 50 pounds and get pounded physically.
And leading the team in rebounds at 6'9". Last guy to do that was Dave Cowens, the redhead. Potapico with the basket, his second of the game. Everyone on the East has scored except for Kittles and Wallace now. And Lorenzen White at the other end with an acrobatic shot. The score now is 16 all with 7:45 and running remaining in the first half. Rogers guarding Walker. Walker in the lane. That was reminiscent of Magic's shot ever against the Celtics. Is Bill Russell, another former member of the Green. Nash misses a 3, and here comes Iverson. Finding Walker. Well done by Iverson, and Walker filling the lane. 4-point East lead. Now Bryant setting it up. He's guarded by Antoine Walker. Matt Maloney's played the entire game thus far for the West. And Bryant takes yet another shot and hits it. A 3-point basket, his second of the game. And Kobe Bryant now with 10.
Well, Jerry was in love with his talent. You can see already he's a definite 3-point player. He's excellent off the dribble. He can post up with his back to the basket, and he can fly in the open floor.
And better than Jerry said he expected.
Well, you know, 6'6" Dick. He's got the total package.
Long rebound on Walker's miss. Mr. Nash to Maloney, and it looked like he might have been fouled, but timeout will be called. It'll be East ball. 1-point lead for the East rookies in this Schick rookie game. 6:35 remaining in the first half.